And we should be live. Good evening, everyone, on the land of Twitter and later on in the land of YouTube. Today we are playing some Squadron Strike Axanar. It is a homebrewed scenario called A Ship to Watch Over Me. The basic premise is that during the 4 Years' War, the Federation Council really didn't want to fund a dedicated warship. It goes against everything the Federation stands for. All their other ships to date have been multi-use vessels, a little bit of combat, a lot of exploration, a little bit of diplomacy. So having a dedicated warship kind of ran up against the entire ethos of the Federation. So several factions within the Federation Council were really opposed to it. And they kept coming with all these wargame scenarios to prove that the dedicated warship concept was a ill-advised use of funding, instead of just making more of the current ships they have in stock just refitted with phasers. So this is a wargame scenario we're playing out tonight, where we have a pair of Ares class ships that are technically still in the experimental stage. I'm flying the Ares tonight. The glorious Ares. And they're flying up and they're escorting a Geronimo class troop transport. And so we have all these troops in here, armor companies, artillery batteries, infantry, and so on. And they will be attempting to land on the planet. The point to land on the planet is right here, named Stronghold. I put a little asteroid there to represent it, so it's easy to target. Opposing them is a pair of Klingon D6s sitting up here. Now, the Klingons already control the planet, so the entire point for the Klingons is to basically prevent the Federations from controlling space and thus landing troops. For the Klingons to win, they just have to hold the planet. And so the Klingon D6s are kind of suicidal. Again, this is a war game designed to prove the Ares is not worthwhile. The Klingons can be a bit more suicidal than they normally would. So the Federation really has to defend the heavy troop carrier, the Geronimo. Otherwise, they won't have any troops to land on the planet, and if they don't land enough troops on the planet, they won't be able to take it over. How many troops they need to land? Good question. We actually have a small set of abstract ground combat rules that, if they actually comes up, we will use. But the more troops I manage to get on the planet at the end of the scenario, the better. Now, if I completely destroy the Klingon ships, hey, I can land all my troops without problem. Otherwise, it's going to be a long slog to send them down on shuttles in the middle of combat. Because each shuttle bay, like right here, you zoom in a bit, has a delay of 1. So I can launch a shuttle every other turn. So to launch 4 shuttles, that'll take roughly 7 turns to do, which is most of a game. And they still have to get down to the planet, unload, get back, and pick up some more. So doing it in the middle of combat, very long, slow process. It is possible, but it'll be a very long, slow game if I did that. Meanwhile, the Klingons will be shooting things like crazy. Now, I do have the option of starting the game with the shuttles already preloaded and out into space. However, that makes them much more vulnerable to being shot down. And that's usually not a good thing to do. And considering I'm playing against Brian, who's much better at this than my usual opponents, because he has lots of practice, among other things, I really don't want to risk it, because he'll probably go right past all my troop ships and shoot down the shuttles really fast. Okay, let's see. Let's see if Brian's claimed his ships or not. Have you claimed your ships and are ready to go, Brian?
I have. Yep.
All right, and Discord's working again through OBS.
Good deal.
Okay, well, I've given my spiel on Twitch, and then later on YouTube, so we're good to go. Any last minute questions before we begin?
Can't think of any right now.
Okay then. Away we go. Oh, yes, of course. Putting out the damage control crews. It's the first thing we always forget to do.
I might have taken a head start on that, but you know.
Okay. And we also have new ship sheets. We just updated the design so that now all the crew sections are at the end of the hit rows instead of at the beginning. This is because when damage leaves a hit location, the crew has a chance of being killed. So putting them at the end of the track made more sense because you're less likely to forget, hey, I have a crew here, I need to double check. So let's see. Where's another place with hull? Here's a good place. Okay. So 2, 4, 9, 10. Yep, that was 8. Let's see, how many does Geronimo have? Geronimo has 3 damage control crews. 2 seems to be always a great spot. As well as 9 and 10. Yeah, really 9 and 10 because great googly moogly, that's a lot of stuff to get through before it hits the end of area. Okay, so my damage control is all set up. Onto the plotting. Okay, now the Geronimo's going to have to kind of hang back a bit, so I'm going to actually orientate with the map. Map is up, so I think my Geronimo is going to actually go for a steep dive. Let's see, suckers have a pivot of 2, cost an action point, and a thrust of 2, cost an action point. I'll take all 3 action points. So Geronimo's taken care of. Though it's diving, hopefully away from the Klingons. Ares, let's see. Ares, now the Federation's main advantage is they have much bigger arcs than the Klingons, much longer range weapons. They do not want to get close to a Klingon at all. Max range for the phaser type 2s are range 18, and I'm currently range 32, so won't get in range this turn, but next turn there's a pretty good chance. I want to stay at long range. So pivot to 2 will cost me 2 action points, and I have a total of 5. Let's see, I'll do a thrust of 2. And let's go 3. Okay, that's all my action points, so rotate 2, 4 thrust. I want to close pretty quickly with the Klingons. Well, not too quickly. I want to stay outside their deadly range. And the Klingons, want to take a look at them real fast. Let's see, Advanced Disruptor, Heavy Disruptor, Advanced Disruptor, Heavy Disruptor. Yeah, that's going to be deadly. Advanced Disruptors go out to range 15, Heavy's out to range 13. So I have a 3 hex range advantage with my phasers. And I can dance around quite a bit. I also have much bigger arcs. My phaser 2s, as you can see, are huge arcs versus Advanced Disruptors. Well, Advanced Disruptors are pretty good arcs too. This is going to be a tough battle. Well, that's why we play. Okay, he's all plotted. I'm all plotted. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're adjusting EOT. Ships. So yeah, he's coming. Oh, he split. Crap. Well, that sucks. You guessed my plan. Allocate defenses. I think we're way too out of range right now to do any actual combat.
Okay. I haven't gone through all the ranges yet, but sure.
I'm going to turn off the ECM page because, hey, we don't have ECM.
Sounds good.
And let's see, range 32, range 33, 32, 34. And if I go further, it's AoE, and turn markers. 25, 26, 26, 25, 25. So out of range for everything. I have no shots. How about you?
Ditto.
Okay.
Merely scathing insults over the comm lines.
Okay. Okay. So first round's pretty much done.
I didn't even reserve any insults.
And no activating cloaking devices.
These are the wrong Klingons for that.
Yeah. Activating cloaking device is always the first step in the crew action phase, so very common joke, regardless of which game you're playing in. Okay, start turn 2. Okay, plotting phase. Oh boy. So, we have his Klingons are divvying up. He has one going down, one going straight. And unfortunately, my Geronimo's going down, so he's going to be in a world of trouble. Unless I can do
exactly
something.
The opposite aggression as last turn. Kind of cool.
Okay, plotting. Well, the Ares. Oh, I suppose I need to go erase all my marks. Well, I didn't put any marks for these guys, so pivot to 2 costs me 1 action point. And let's see. Thrust of 2. Always maintain your speed. Costs me an action point. There's a chance if he thrusts a little bit, he'll actually be at range 18 on me, and I'll be able to shoot him. If he does it, I'll be able to launch some photons at him. Because that's always fun to do. And I have 2 forward-firing photon torpedo launchers. 2 rear-firing. Okay. Oh boy, this guy. Well, let's see. Want to pivot up and pivot back up too. Kind of want to go this way and press 3 because I don't want to go anywhere near that Klingon. So I'll be flying level along the side of the map here. Okay, so if he just flies straight, he'll be flying right into my photon torpedoes, and I can peel off. With photon torpedoes, you want to maintain a good high speed so you can dodge them more easily. Oh, he's ready to go. Adjusting EOT. Oh, I'm actually flying off the board a bit. Oh boy.
Hello.
Oh. Sorry, I'm looking for the Twitch link. I'm gonna leave. Get out.
Oh, no, we had a visitor in our chats. Okay. I was wondering where someone's talking. Okay, doke. Next up on the to-do list, move ships. Combat plotting phase. Okay, so just start plotting out some shots. So the Geronimo, range 25, 25. Yeah, well outside the range of all the weapons. Let's see, the Ares. It is range 20 and 23, so out of range of all the direct fire weapons. 20, 23 out of range of all these direct fire weapons. So we'll check our photon torpedoes. Ooh, range 18 for both of these. Which one's closer? Oh, they're both the same range. So the Geronimo unfortunately spent all of its action points. And it's out of arc anyway, so fine. Okay. Ares, on the other hand, can fire 2 photon torpedoes at, let's go the Vengeance. So we'll go Ares, Vengeance, photon torpedo X2. Do a couple of arcs right here to indicate that we fired both of those. And those cost 1 action point apiece, so that's 2 action points. And nothing else bears. So the Sarah, if you haven't guessed, the Sarah is Ares spelled backwards. Also the Vengeance. The reason why I'm aiming for the Vengeance instead of the other ship is it's further away. Photon torpedoes have a better to hit chance at longer ranges than shorter ranges, and they're also more difficult to dodge as well at longer range. Because they have the avoidable trait, it's actually possible to dodge them. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing here. Do the Sarah at the Vengeance. Photon torpedo X2. And those will hit next turn, so that's why I'm not putting down the rest of the stats for the combat plotting. Okay, Brian is signaling that he is ready to continue. I take it you have some shots?
Yeah, just launching some missiles.
Okay. Well, I made a huge mistake. Yeah, that's odd. I probably should have checked this page first. I actually targeted the wrong ship with my missiles. Do you mind if I change to the correct ship?
Sure, that's fine. Can you even see the other ship?
No, I can't. That was the problem. I was on the target list page instead of the actual arcs page. I'm going, oh, okay, I can hit that ship. Then I looked at the map and going, wait, I'm shooting through a planet. That's probably not a good sign. Let's see. There we are. Swipe off. Okay. Oh, come on. Just let me get the ship name. Close enough. Okay. So anyways, 2 missiles each. They have avoidable. And avoidable.
Does continuous apply when you shoot it at torpedoes?
Technically, yes.
Okay, this could be amusing. Probably out of range.
It could be close.
One hex out of range. Nicely done.
Well, considering I actually was shooting at the wrong ship. Oops. No,
I spent energy from one ship to firing missiles on the other, so, you know.
No problem. Okay. That's all we have for now. So we have some photon torpedoes flying through the air. Through action phase. Okay, so yeah, this guy down below has to start climbing back up onto the map.